Hello everyone, this is Hachuri, and we're back in FTB Interactions. Now, as you may have noticed, a lot of base building is going on. I'm working on cleaning things up in the streams and such, and getting a lot of the base building going. We've gotten rid of all of the caches. We're consolidating things because we kind of move everything around to get the final base built. And I did build a very small ME system here. However, don't worry, we are going to actually cover ME stuff. One thing I will say is that if you don't have a controller, okay, so you haven't built a controller, you can still build a 8-channel ME system, but it must have an energy cell and an acceptor, okay? These two are required. So I will state that right now. I put a power buffer because I was like trying to figure out why is this thing not getting power? What is going on? It turned out it needed the energy cell in between. I've added the controller after because I was doing imports and stuff. But just to let you know, you need this energy cell. And that is basically the summary of that. Is you need the energy cell to get that done. Now I did create several 64K. These are all 64K. I went straight to that. It took me pretty much all day yesterday to do that, and it was necessary to clean up the storage and get all of that moved so that we can just easily relocate it. But I wanted to show that we did do this, and what we're doing today is actually AE stuff in this episode. We're going to be getting our lattice chicken made so we can make our crystals easier, and we're also going to go over making all of these components because, like, this controller, I mean, yeah, I get an additional 7 controllers, but for our build, we need 132 of these. It's a crazy number, and it's because we're not doing this just to like, oh, the pack is done, we've completed all the quests. No, we're actually going to build a fully automated factory. As you see, I have a pre-made cube here with Futura blocks just so I can count how many were required, and it is 132. The cube itself is 120, and then you need 2 controllers per side for subnetworks. And we'll go over that as well, because once we get the cube made, I'll be teaching you guys how P2P networks work and how to set up an efficient P2P network. And for those who don't know what P2P is, it's peer-to-peer. And basically, when it's all said and done, your MA system will be a giant network of subnetworks that you can turn on and off based on what you need. And that allows you to not only reduce lag, because you don't have to have constant creation queues. You can make it to where sections are turned on when you need inventory, and then it just builds the item automatically. It's set up to automatically start building that item once it receives the necessary items, and it's all automated. It's 100% automated, always working, and it'll be turning on and off based off of inventory levels in your system. And that's what we're going for. We're going for a fully automated factory. Okay, it will process ore on its own. It will process blast furnace materials on its own. It will make food on its own. Though we don't really need food, it'll make food on its own. So that is our ultimate game goal on this, is 100% GregTech automation. And which is why we're building the base and getting, the floor set up so we can set up all of our machines and get them looking all nice and pretty and various things. Now, I have huge rooms like this. These are all maintenance corridors here. We do have stairwells that's getting built into it. But I'm thinking that I may actually utilize some of this space for automation as well, because while I am gonna have cabling and stuff going through, I can like have it go up along the wall here, or down along there, and that leaves a nice bit of space still. So I don't know. We may still leave some of this. We may not. We may keep it all hidden still. We'll see. We'll see how we utilize the space. It'll vary for each place. We're also going to be building down. That's the other thing, is it's not all going to be up inside this pyramid. Some of it's going to be down. Up here, we're going to have a little control room controlling everything. And somewhere down here, we're going to have our actual memory storage, probably around here. And this is where all the items and stuff will be stored. But we'll get to that later. For now, let's focus on the lattice chicken. Now, I've collected a few things in here. And I got 4 buckets of life essence on me. We have 4 infinity dust. We have 8 stardust. And we have 4 small piles of tungsten. And the reason we have this is we're going to make 4 piles of impure draconium. Okay? And what we need that for is to make a dislocator. So that's going to be the first thing we're going to work on. Now, we do fortunately have unlinked ender shards. So I can just grab one of those as well. We're going to need, we got like infinity reagent and stuff for the lattice chicken, but this is going to be one of the first things we're going after, is the lattice chicken today. Do I have living stone? I do. And I'm gonna need a wand. There it is. So that's the main thing we're working on today. It's chewing on the last one now. We got 3 piles right here. As you see, I've been making a bunch of stuff. We have flukes, chickens, going away, hard at work, making ourselves flukes crystals here. And there we go. And we're going to be kind of changing this place up a bit too. We're going to build some floors, move some things around. We're going to get this somewhat automated. We're going to automate XP. We got a lot of stuff that we're going to be working on, but not necessarily today. Oh wow, that's going to take a while. While we're waiting on this, first I'd like to apologize for actually not making as many recordings this week. Work has been kind of rough lately, so it's been keeping me pretty busy. Oh, gotta turn you off. Throw you on there, grab you, and bam. There's our dislocator. So I have that. Gotta fix the portal later. Maybe I should build a portal room while I'm at it. Set ourselves up a dialer or something. Alright, so we have the dislocator. What else do we need for this lattice chicken? We need some flux. We need a couple of energized polylattice isometric crystals. We need an infinity reagent, and we need an improved nether star. And I believe we actually have all of that. So, poly, yada yada yadas. We got 2 of these. We do have the infinity reagent. We do have the improved nether star. And what else do we need? Flux. We have ourselves some flux. So we have all of the items that we need. We just need a chicken now. Let's grab you. Alright. So we have all of the required items right here. So let's head to our Thaumcraft area. And on today, let's see. So we have all our stuff. Now let's take a look what we got here. Let me grab my goggles so I can see. Alright, so we got 73. That's empty. I got 189 there. I don't think that's one of them. And I have 108 alienus. I need census over the other one. So let's grab census here. Excuse me, had to sneeze there for a second. And let's grab census and place you here. Alright, so that gives us that. Now we have 6 items. So let's place this here. We're going to place that right there. Place the infinity reagent. Place the flux. Place the dislocator. And our chicken. And as you see, he's already tossing us lattice chickens. But we're still going to make it. We're going to completely ignore what he's doing here. And we're going to make this anyway because we've already made the parts for it. And taking a look at this. Get it started. And it's gonna go ahead and create our lattice chicken. We do have a gain, so that's good. I do need to actually replace the filter. On that. So far, no issues. And bam! Lattice chicken. Alright. Now, I'm going to take a moment, and I'm actually going to check out the flux in this area real fast. just to kind of see what we're dealing with. It's not too bad. It's only at 89 only. So depending on how long that was clogged. And there's a robot dino right outside, just in time for us to head back. Alright, so we now have lattice chicken. Now, he tossed us the 10-10-10 chickens. We're going to actually, real fast, I'm going to show you how to get a second one with just one lattice chicken. And basically, what you can do is you can breed these chickens with a base smart chicken. And you end up having a 50% chance of getting the normal chicken. The lattice chicken. Or any other chicken you're breeding with it. You basically put in your base chicken, you put in your smart chicken, you put in some seeds, and this takes forever, so you are going to want to speed it up. But it's a 50-50 chance of either getting a smart chicken or a lattice chicken. And as you see, we were lucky. We got a lattice chicken the first go. And that's how, when it comes to like expensive chickens, you basically duplicate it that way. Okay? Now, for breeding, you already know, you put in the chickens, you get chickens with stats, yada yada yada. We're going to go ahead and use the 10-10-10 chickens that he plopped in there. Waste not. And we'll skip it. But yeah, basically you crossbreed it, and that's how you end up getting your lattice chickens. So we are going to put all of these chickens back in there. I'll throw this flux, the Vidium crystal in there as well. It's faster with every chicken. Alright. Now if I grab one more stack of seeds, do I have the seeds on me? Just curious. Oh, look at that. I do have a whole stack right there. I still need to connect the other system. I haven't done that yet. So this will quickly make them pretty fast. But if we speed it up. Oh look, we have a couple stacks of lattice chickens already. I normally do at least 6 stacks though, so let's get one more stack of seeds going in here. And there we go. So for right now, we'll put these in here. We will come back to those. Actually, I need to put away this this essence. Let's stick you right there. All right, so we have our lattice chickens now. So what we can do with that is basically it creates raw lattice, which in turn we use that in a chemical bath with surge quartz seeds to make the lattice crystals, which we then charge, which is then used for making things like ME interfaces and coalescence cores, etc. And it looks like it's used for creative modifiers. So that's good to know, is that we need that for that as well. Essentia, storage components, things of that nature. That's what these are for. And the big thing we're wanting it, though, is for ME interfaces. We're going to be making a few of these. So with that said, we need to set ourselves up a chemical bath. Now, do I have a chemical bath here? I should. Right there. Okay, cool. So we do have a chemical bath here that we can use. And this needs to be put into a fluid extractor. So we'll probably just use this manually at first, just to make a few of them. And then we'll go from there. But we'll build an automated setup for that. We will build an automated setup for that. Roost. So we're going to take one roost. And we're going to take one stack of lattice chickens. And we're just going to kind of set this like right over here, away from this. Because I forgot about him being there. I think this is out of range of it. We'll find out. Yeah, it's out of range. Good. And is it 1-to-1 egg? Oh yeah. All right, so let's just grab a few of these. Throw it in our fluid extractor. Throw that in there, and that's also good to know. I did not realize that would set me on fire. So many things set you on fire in this pack. Alright, grab a stack of Certus, stack of sand. You guys should know how to make the seeds. It's a pretty standard thing. And then that will make that. Get you extracting again. Set ourselves on fire again. And get a few more of these going. We definitely need to get an automated setup for this build, but I don't know where I'm going to put it just yet. So we will have to kind of figure that out as we go. And I'll let this build up for a little bit because we don't need too many of these crystals. We only need a few of them initially. So we have our crystals. We have an energetic infuser here. We're going to get a spectra coil. I should have a few spares. And just plop that on there. And that will give us the ability to charge it. I'll put these seeds up here for now. And now we have our energized lattice crystals, so we can make our interfaces. Now the reason I'm wanting to make an interface is so that I can make item interfaces for logistics. We are going to be working on getting our proper ore system made. And this is one of the things we're going to be doing for that. So while I'm at it, well, actually, I got 4 skystone plates. That is enough for at least one. Let's work on making this. Now, let's see. Do I have any of those? I do. Do I have a? I don't have the ME storage monitor though. I do, however, have one more calculation processor and engineering. I should have a lot more calculation engineering processors. Ah, here they are. I knew I had more. Alright. Alright. Okay, so we need to make a storage monitor. So we do that. There's our ME level emitter. There's our storage monitor. And you'll be making a lot of storage monitors, by the way. There's our conversion core. And I do have one interface. I'm aware I have that interface. And now it's time to actually make stuff. So we got the 2 crystals. We just need the skystone plates. So let's take 6 of those. And plop all this in our thing. And we need some polyethylene. And I do believe I have a barrel of poly right here. Did it only take 1? Oh, so it did. Alright, and that's how we make interfaces. Pretty simple, pretty simple. Now we need some logic cable, so we're going to pull our poly out of here. We're going to set that down right here for now. As you see, I've also made a whole bunch of Teflon. We made a bunch of Teflon. Polytetraflora, whatever. Let's see, logic. Do I have any logic cable? Oh, I do have some logic cable. Don't even need to make it. And you notice it didn't work when I put it in the system. And the reason being is because this requires a HV or EV interface to make. And with that, we now have our item interfaces. We can now actually do the rest of logistics type stuff. So I think it's interesting that they just added redstone. So we need an item translocator to be able to craft this. What is this? Redstone alloy nugget? Alright. Redstone. Do I have any redstone alloy? Oh, look at that. I do. I'm just going to want one of these just to complete that quest. Although we may need item importers. So... that needs to go into the EV assembler too, doesn't it? So we'll make one of these just to complete the quest. So that completes the quest. Gives us a small memory chest. And need a fluid interface for this one. That's fine. That requires the fluid interface. Let's see, what do you require? That's not too bad, actually. So we're just missing iron plates. Got a bunch of armor in here. We'll have to clean that out later. Alright, so that gives us the fluid interface, and we use you with the logic cables to make the other one. And that completes the other quest. So we'll shove these in here for now. That was just something that we're going to do for the ore system, for the new ore system. Now, just so you know, when I do the recording for the new ore system, it will be long. It's probably going to be multiple episodes spread out, simply because of the fact that we're going to be doing some programming in integrated dynamics, and it's just going to take a little while. But in a way, it will be a also a tutorial on integrated dynamics operators, because we're going to be doing ore dictionary matching of names and things of that nature. So it'll actually be a nice episode. A nice episode for you. So I think the other thing we're going to cover real quick, because we're already at 30 minutes, and this next one is probably going to take a little bit. We're going to cover making an ME controller real fast. So if you take a look at ME controllers, it looks scary. It looks complex. It looks horrible. It's not as bad as it looks, though. Okay. There are a couple of gotchas. First off, you must use the GregTech version of Stellar Alloy, not the Ender IO. So if you have the Ender IO ingots, you have to convert them. So we're going to take 9 of these, and we're just going to quickly throw it in the compressor. It should be converting. It looks like it's not going to, so we're going to melt it down and then use the fluid solidifier. Alright, and we got the one we wanted. So we have this block. As far as the cables go, it doesn't matter which cable you use. We do have energy cells already, so we're going to take 2 of those. And the energy cells are actually really simple now. It's just some Certus plates, some cable, and a lithium battery, and you get 6 of them. So that saves a lot of time. Now the energy acceptors, you know, they're 1 for 1, but they're not like end of the world. And we have pretty much all the parts minus the aluminum plates. So we're just gonna get 8 aluminum plates made. for our acceptors. Alright, there's our 2 energy acceptors. Skystone, need 8. You know, nothing major there. And now we need to do crafting monitors. Now this one's going to take a little bit. First we need to get crafting units made. We're going to need 2 of these. And it does require a few parts. So taking a look at this, we're going to need 8 stellar alloy plates. So we'll get that made. We're going to need 2 nanocircuits, I believe. Yeah. And 2 dense smart cables. For that. We're also going to need 8 redstone for the 2. I think we have plenty of redstone for this. It's not a problem. So let's get you cooking to plates. You cooking to redstone. Liquid redstone. And these parts you can actually build in here. And this will make us our crafting cores. And then what we need to make after that is the storage monitor, which is just an illuminated panel and a ME level emitter. So we're going to need red alloy ingot. We're going to need aluminum. 2, 3 quartz glass. Send you back. And we're going to need the ME level emitter. So let's get that crafted and ready. What else did you need? Oh, glowstone. And I forgot I'm gonna need 2 of these, so. There we go, and that makes 3, which is plenty for what we're needing. And then if we take that and combine that with we get our 2 crafting monitors. The last thing we need now is 12 cable, and I believe I put all of my Fluix cable in here, so we'll just grab 12. And an engineering processor. And engineering processors, not too bad, just a printed circuit, silicon, you set the circuit to 0, and you use hydrochloric acid, okay? Printed silicon is just a wafer and a skystone lens. You get 4 of them. You want to use that one over the other ones because, as you see, they don't really convert well for the materials. So you basically get more bang for your buck using the very base wafer right now. The engineering circuit is a diamond plate with the skystone lens. Easy peasy. Now we're gonna basically build the multi-block here. It is not hard at all. It's a very basic thing. And like this stellar alloy actually drove me insane because I had the stellar alloy there and it wasn't working because it wasn't the GregTech variant. So I was like, why is this not working? I was losing my mind. I was actually losing my mind there for a little bit. And we just throw the circuit on there and it should start. And it's not starting. Did I set it up wrong? Monitor, battery, stellar alloy. All right, let's I thought I did this with the Fluix. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Let's get a different cable and let's find out. I do have some smart cables here. Although, what I could do is we can just make this into Teflon cables real quick. Pull the hydro out, throw the Teflon in, and that'll make our covered cables. We don't even need to make them dense. We're just going to try it with the covered. Yeah, I thought it was the Fluix cable when I did it last time, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I did it with this. Alright, now let's see. There it goes. That's what it was. It didn't like the cable. But you see here, you get the cable back. It actually drops the cable. And there's our controller. So that is how you make the controller. Not hard at all. Now let's see, what else can we do? Let's quickly throw together a drive. Now this isn't too bad. As you see, it's just stainless steel. They've actually simplified this quite a bit. It's 9 redstone, a couple of flux cables, some engineering processors, and reinforced alloy. And the flux cable, quartz fiber, Fluix S, polyethylene, very easily. Polyethylene, Surge quartz rod, and glass, liquid glass, which is why I have that huge drum of liquid glass. So let's get that going, and let's make one of those real quick as well, because we're going to need a whole bunch of those. So let's do that as well. Is that 1 engineering? It's 2 engineering. Reinforced alloy. Nine redstone. That's right, I moved all my cable. And there's an ME drive for us that we will use for later. And the storage disks, I went straight to 64. And basically, to do a stack of 8 64 disks, I did end up making a ton of these. It's basically 3 stacks and 24 of logic circuits and Certus plates, and then of course double that for the copper cable and the destabilized redstone. And that will, as you proceed down each chain, converting things. This is 72, so it's 18 ingots turned into foil. This is 24, so 6 ingots turned into foil. And then this is 2, this is 8, so this is 2 platinum ingots turned into foil. And that will make you 8 4K drives. And as you see here, with the exception of a couple of rewards that I got, I basically have these in 8s. I had 2 rewards here, so I do have 2 extras, but we have 32 in here right now, and that was plenty to get everything organized. So with that, I can actually end this here because we got everything done, and we have a random Hakera, and yeah, he's coming to loot me again. Yay. So with that, you guys have a wonderful day, and we will catch you later. Goodbye.